Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in the Philippines to attend the ASEAN summit. In the face of growing extremism and terrorism, Prime Minister Modi is likely to discuss the issue of de-radicalization with ASEAN leaders. Economic issues, including trade and investment, are also expected to be discussed at the summit. The government has called Prime Minister Modi's visit to Manila as a symbol of India's commitment to deepening relations with ASEAN member states and with the Indo-Pacific region in general within the framework of the Act East policy. Prime Minister Modi is also scheduled to have a bilateral meeting with the Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte and also meet with the US President Donald Trump, although it has not been officially announced. Sources say Prime Minister Modi will make a strong pitch for investments at the ASEAN business meeting. Prime Minister Modi is visiting Manila at a time when India is gearing up to receive top leaders of all the 10 ASEAN countries for a special ASEAN-India summit in New Delhi. It is scheduled to be held in January to celebrate 25 years of Indo-ASEAN partnership.
In India-Asean summit and also East Asia summit day after, getting those live visuals from the hotel.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving in the Philippines in Manila to attend the ASEAN summit. This, of course, coming in the backdrop of growing extremism and terrorism, along with the issues of trade and investment, which are expected to come up during discussion. Let's go straight across now to our senior correspondent, Ramesh Ramachandran, who is in Manila, has been tracking the very latest vis-a-vis the diplomatic moves that are going to be coming up. Ramesh, what's the buzz?
Well, clearly in the last few minutes or so, Prime Minister Modi has landed here in Manila on a 3-day visit during which he'll participate in the ASEAN and East Asia summits. From India's perspective, earlier today we had the first quadrilateral meeting among India, the US, Japan and Australia. Where officials from all 4 countries came together here in Manila earlier this morning for the resumption of the so-called quadrilateral initiative, which was first mooted way back in 2007. But since then it got disbanded in a way, and today it was revived after a gap of almost a decade. And that is significant because this is the first time India has officially endorsed the quadrilateral initiative that seeks to confront the challenge posed by China's so-called peaceful rise. And a statement which was issued recently by the Indian Foreign Ministry also says that the move is essentially due to the common values held by all these 4 countries to counter China's rise in the Indo-Pacific region. So that's the stage during which Prime Minister Modi has landed here in Manila. And over the next 2 days, he'll have separate bilaterals with leaders of the US, Japan and Australia, namely President Trump, Prime Minister Abe and Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull of Australia. Separately, though, in addition to other bilaterals he'll have on the margins of the ASEAN and East Asia summits here.
Ramesh, how strongly is the issue of terrorism expected to dominate the discussions at the ASEAN summit?
Indeed, at the multilateral summits such as the ASEAN and East Asia, terrorism can be expected to figure prominently in the discussions among the world leaders present here, in addition to other regional and global crises such as the North Korean crisis can be expected to also figure in the discussions. In addition to that, there will be some degree of discourse on the situation obtaining in the South China Sea, where there are overlapping maritime claims and maritime disputes among some of the ASEAN countries with China. And we've seen China trying to relent or at least agree to a code of conduct that will enable all members in the ASEAN region to adhere to a code of conduct that will not unduly bother the territorial integrity of other countries in the South China Sea. So trade discussions will be based on all these issues: North Korea, terrorism, especially in light of Philippines' recent success in pushing out the so-called Islamic State rebels from the southern city of Marawi. So Philippines would like to talk about its success in counter-terrorism and counter-radicalization. So all these issues will indeed figure in the discussions here over the next 2 days.
We're going to leave it there for the moment, Ramesh, but we'll, of course, keep coming back to you. Our senior correspondent, Ramesh Ramachandran, on ground in Manila, tracking the minute-by-minute developments coming in from there during the ASEAN summit and tracking the latest diplomatic moves. We are now turning our attention to the other updates that we're getting to you.